Hello and welcome to Crag Dunes. We got SvetovoiDim and Skiff, both Aeon. Aeon not the favorite faction for this map, but they're both Aeon, so it should be very interesting. Looks like first three land from Skiff, together with 7 pigeons. Of course, Crag Dunes, as everybody knows, whole bunch of reclaim early on, so mass extractors are optional. Looks like identical from SvetovoiDim, except for only 3 pigeons. For a long time I thought SvetovoiDim was Dim 14, but that was not true. I guess that's what Dim told me. But SvetovoiDim was one of the top players in GPG-Net ladder, while Dim was the sentence player. It could have been that they were the same player just secretly, but that's not true. I guess the meaning of Dim and those two names are different. So let's see, definitely gotta speed this up. No raiders yet, first 3 NGs from Skiff as well as Dim. Looks like an Aurora here from Svetovoi. You can see a couple mask extractors for Svetovoi. And yeah, this is all 100% engineers so far. Here comes a scout. Let's see what the Aurora does. The Aurora is going to move out in this position, it's expecting a raid. He's not going to get it, and the engineer's got to come in to do some reclamation. See a big land spam here from Skiff. At least land, that's a lot of factories. That's something like 10 factories right there. Svetovoi still doesn't have such grandiose plans for land, but he does have air planned next to the hydro. And you can see he's very methodical. 2 Auroras with scouts on either side. No raiding though. There is a little bit of raiding potentially from Skiff, but this hunter is going to die, and yeah, it's not going to get to see what killed it. But it can infer it was an Aurora at range. Skiff on the other side with a couple flare, and of course Auroras with when they have a scout with them. Excellent defenders. I'm going to see that once again. Really no chance. So early victories for Svetovoi. Although we already see the 5th land factory for Skiff. Skiff is going to take his ACU to the top choke point, while Svetovoi is going to go to the lower choke point. This is coming up minute 4. We see an air factory for Skiff as well. After the hydro, looks like the hydro for Svetovoi is much quicker, and here come engineers. And of course, against when you're facing Aeon, even if you're Aeon, bombers and air become critical. But let's see what happens after the initial reclamation, how the map control gets decided. Of course, the middle is quite important in terms of radar and anti-air. Svetovoi getting pretty deep into Skiff's territory. Looks like early on perhaps a little advantage for him in terms of map control. But this is going to be a massive force from Skiff. Skiff now moving his ACU to the top. And this NG here from Svetovoi, we've got a whole bunch of reclaim. I see interceptors, the big power spam. No interceptors yet for Skiff. But Skiff now moving through with his ACU 5 kills. With a pretty big force. Svetovoi gaining a point defense to his ACU is really going to be his position. He's going to take his ACU, and it looks like going to go at Skiff. Skiff has 2 fake point defenses. Much cheaper, but on radar they do look like the real thing. See if that actually works for him. Svetovoi has some exposed units. A raider, a half-built factory, an engineer. And Skiff is really not stopping, he's just going to keep moving. Point defense is planned, more factories. But Skiff, very quick. You see Svetovoi also. So very similar positions from both players. Now you can see map control is dead even, but the aggression is much more for Skiff. See this point defense, if that doesn't get finished. Good attack there from Skiff. That's going to be a big problem. Another point defense is going to have to be built somewhere by Svetovoi, but yeah, this is big problems now for Svetovoi. He's losing his main base. Svetovoi, meanwhile, afraid to go into a fake point defense, and he's actually going to turn around and go around. This is really good stuff. A ghetto being planned by Skiff, and Svetovoi's base getting absolutely demolished. Svetovoi trying to take his units to try to save him, but he's losing his capacity to produce. This is going to be huge if he loses that. SvetovoiDim though causing real damage as well. He has the potential to take out the air factory. Meanwhile, he is walking around the fake point defenses doing some attacking. And here come forces from Skiff. Skiff though is surprisingly retreating. The total air domination by SvetovoiDim, but now power is going to be all destroyed. SvetovoiDim has to be making power generators somewhere else, or he's going to be in huge trouble. The Hydra has been taken out by SvetovoiDim, so both players are causing significant damage. You got to say these fake point defenses from Skiff really bought him a lot of time, and I do not understand why Skiff retreated instead of just keeping his ACU here, killing units as they come out of the factory. There is a point defense here, but all these factories might as well kill him, because that did give SvetovoiDim a chance to at least save a few of his units. Power spam plus factory spam now from SvetovoiDim. Skiff is going to come in, get himself a couple more kills. That's a Tech 2 mask extractor, did not notice. SvetovoiDim still causing damage. See the kills, 9 kills for SvetovoiDim. Skiff at 28, that's the really big difference here. And looking at SvetovoiDim, he's got major power problems. He could have even worse power problems if those were killed. A little more aggression. It's absolute devastation for SvetovoiDim at this position. Skiff is in a much better shape in terms of his economy. He's got plenty of power here. SvetovoiDim moving in has the potential to destroy some of that. He's got an Arty. 8 kills for the Arty. Attacking the power of Skiff. Skiff has a secret power production here in the back though. That's really a smart thing to do. It'd be nice to see SvetovoiDim do one of those as well. He's going to rebuild on top of his Rex to save him a little bit of time. Meanwhile, Skiff retreating. A little disappointing, but perhaps he's respecting this pretty big force from SvetovoiDim there. And this 3 kills for that point for that Arty. SvetovoiDim retreating, actually halfway on his health. He's going to use the hill to hide behind. A lot of Rex here for SvetovoiDim to reclaim for his mass, but his build capacity is lacking. He needs more factories. SvetovoiDim with a little bit of micro here, dodging the shots from Aeon Arty. He does have a point defense to retreat to. Meanwhile, Skiff kind of in no man's land, not really using his ACU too much. More air factories for Skiff. It looks like both players are going to recover their bases, and it's going to be once again very even. Not much fighting through the middle, although we do see one Aurora here with 6 kills. Does have the potential to move SvetovoiDim back. SvetovoiDim now quite low on health, sitting at his point defense. 31 kills in the ACU, 10 in the point defense. SvetovoiDim pulling a few of his units perhaps to the middle to stop this assault through the middle from Skiff. An assault here from SvetovoiDim, but numbers for Skiff. Skiff moving his ACU to the top. SvetovoiDim retreats past his point defense. 33 kills. And map control definitely shifting in Skiff's favor now. Although SvetovoiDim really taking over the top, the bottom is going to belong to Skiff shortly. And SvetovoiDim, really nice move through the middle. This is a minor fight, but he won it. And I probably will have to take it back. Definitely a very even map control. Skiff 28 kills, and this could be a mistake from SvetovoiDim, kind of rushing in, throwing away his units. But he is attacking quite well on the top. 40 kills for SvetovoiDim. SvetovoiDim with 44 kills. He gets a little bit of support for the ACU. And this is great. Yeah, that was a nice overcharge. SvetovoiDim read my mind there. Although I'm saying this a few years after he did it. But good players do have that ability. It says for the most part all Tech 1 land spams so far. A lot of reclamation. Maybe a little more aggression from Skiff. This game could have been over. SvetovoiDim was really on his last couple power generators. If those were destroyed, this game would be over. You see interceptors from both players and perhaps a mistake there from Skiff, throwing away a couple NTs. Tech 2 air from Skiff. That means Tech 2 engineers, Tech 2 point defenses are a possibility. Bombers from SvetovoiDim. We know how good those are against Auroras. Skiff with 35 kills, and then on a new assault he's actually going to attack on both sides. Svetovoid back at his base. So now definitely an advantage for Skiff. And we just might see mercies. We do see swift winds, so that's what Skiff will use to get air control back. We do see a tech to mass extractor, and it looks like Svetovoid upgrading once again. Svetovoid putting quite a bit into his eco. I don't see any upgrading for Skiff yet. Plenty of reclaim here. Coming up minute 16. You see 11,000 reclaim for Skiff. Svetovoid at the 8,600. Both players significant reclaim. Bombers for Svetovoid. Here, this assault from Skiff might be a little doomed. Plenty of units for Svetovoid to defend with. Skiff is going to retreat. Nice reclamation possibilities. And here we got numbers for Svetovoid is going on an assault. See quite a bit of arties in these forces, and that's not surprising given all these mountains. They can throw that right over the mountain, and the units get bunched up. So on this map, you probably want to use a little more arty with any faction than you would usually use. And you can see air now belongs firmly to Skiff, and he's making gunships. And gunships are going to be excellent. Although still an air force for Svetovoid. He's just not using it. 77 kills for Svetovoid. Continues to dance around the Aeon arty. And a new assault coming in now from Skiff. Yeah, Skiff taking over the middle. More land factories. So Skiff producing more and more Tech 1 land build capacity. Still don't see any Tech 2 land from either player. Might be a good idea for Svetovoid if he sees Tech to air. Get some Tech to flak. 95 kills for Svetovoid. Skiff still at 35. So after the initial aggression with ACU, Skiff has been very defensive with ACU, not really using it for assaults. Meanwhile, Svetovoid has been using it all game. Here comes the gunship. 99 kills for Svetovoid. Perhaps an air fight that Skiff wins easily. More bombers. There's going to be some great bombs. A couple of those miss, of course, and looks like the Air Force is going to move to deny Svetovoid any kind of production, air production. Here comes a gunship. Perhaps power will be the target. See a lot of flak there for Svetovoid. Svetovoid 100 kills, 106 playing defense. Skiff going on an assault, but a superior force there from Svetovoid. Svetovoid in significant trouble. See these gunships with only one kill going after Tech 1 mass extractors. So these gunships pretty well defended with flak, but that does give the land forces from Skiff the opportunity to go on assault. Svetovoid 127 kills with the ACU. And where are the mercies? I'm expecting mercies in this one, given how aggressive Svetovoid has been with the ACU. As soon as the ACU goes to something like half health without any air control, mercies come from the side and end the game. 140 kills for Svetovoid. More gunships going on assault. Flying over Tech to flak is a little futile there from Skiff. Skiff continues to fight. This is so much mass here. But Svetovoid 150 kills. But you can see engineers from Skiff not shy about going really close to the ACU and taking the mass from under his nose. Tech to land from Svetovoid with some Tech to flak and blazes now. Skiff meanwhile on an assault. This is not what you want to do running in a straight line against Aeon arty. Just lost half his health for no reason. This could be a problem. Skiff is going to have to retreat. 63 kills. This is why micro is so important with the ACU, especially in these Aeon battles. Svetovoid 157 kills going through the middle. Some important units here for Skiff. Some radar, some power, some factories. But now with Tech 2, see the blaze with 2 kills. Svetovoid might have an opportunity to grab a little bit of map control, although he is having major problems through the top. Looks like that assault with ACU gave Skiff that advantage, but Tech 2 not coming out. Blazes versus Auroras. In close range, Blazes definitely with a big advantage. We can see a lot more red than green. Green really in the top left corner. That was a great overcharge, 184 kills for SvetovoiDim. And now danger here for SvetovoiDim to lose a lot of power. Some units sneak in. We see Blazes coming back to try to defend, as well as some bombers. Looks like it will be defended successfully. But problems everywhere, and I'm expecting Skiff 20,000 reclaimed. So much, plenty of power, a lot of excess power. 16,000 reclaims for SvetovoiDim, so also pretty good. SvetovoiDim now in quite a bit of trouble. 200 kills, getting hit by gunships. And here Mercy would have probably ended it. All the interceptors for SvetovoiDim. Perhaps out of respect, Skiff does not want to use Mercy. He's going to Tech 3 air. He's got a lot of Tech 1 power, so we might see restorers. Skiff 69 kills. I may have actually already uploaded this one. I'm not sure anymore. I think I have. This is familiar. Well, I apologize if this is boring to anybody, but I think it's I certainly had fun watching this first 25 minutes. More now, we see Obsidians coming out for SvetovoiDim. And Blazes. It's one thing about Supreme Commander Forge Alliance, it's much more fun to play than to watch, unlike some other games. Although I wouldn't know about the other games. And here you can see the Obsidians as they're rolling through. In close quarters, no chance against an Obsidian. One shot, one kill. Actually a huge overkill. And here come the restorers from Skiff. And this is where a lot of Tech to Flak is going to be necessary. You see a lot of Flak coming out for SvetovoiDim, and his ACU has got to get some shields. Here come the restorers, going to go directly to the ACU. And this is where Flak and shields is what's necessary. You can see a lot of Flak against the restorers, still losing health. Quite slow. It's going to be a nice chunk of mass for SvetovoiDim eventually. And here comes a shield as well. So a nice attempt there from Skiff, but a little too direct perhaps. Blaze is still running through into Skiff's base. Another restorer out. As long as that avoids Tech to Flak, it can kill whatever it wants. It's not going to go directly after the power of SvetovoiDim. It's going after the Hydra. You can see there's a lot of Tech 1 on tire. SvetovoiDim under a shield and Tech to Flak just for the ACU. Obsidian's moving around in different directions. Obsidian and Obsidian action. The ACU should take care of the Obsidian threat. Obsidian's here from Skiff, so Tech 2 land, Tech 1 land battle with the occasional restorer from Skiff. That is pretty well defended by SvetovoiDim. I'd love to see the restorer be microed a little better to use in these land forces to tip the balance, and then if we see a flag, just go somewhere else. Make SvetovoiDim make flak all over the place. Strat bombers from Skiff. Strat bomber could be very interesting here. Let's see what it attacks. Still going after the ACU. That's the best defended unit in the game for SvetovoiDim. There goes the shield. Bomber actually halfway on its health because so much flak over the SvetovoiDim's base. That was a bad bomb there from Skiff. And you do not want to turn over flak, so lost bomber there for Skiff. Very ineffective bombing and air use from Skiff this entire game. Skiff 103 kills, 104. Svetovoi, meanwhile, getting some victories with his Tech 2 units. You can see map control just shifted quite drastically. The restorers need to do something. You see Tech 2 flag together with his force, together with his shield. Should still be a victory for Skiff, however. Although no, this is a good combination, Obsidian with a shield. Well, it looks like they did lose the flag. Now the Restore flying all over Tech 2 flag. This is criminal by Skiff. Skiff going on an assault. Looks like he's got double gun. And once again, we're walking in a straight line. Do not want to do that. And when you get hit by bunches of Aeon Arty, your health goes down very quickly. And it looks like this Obsidian here and the Blaze getting a lot of kills. Skiff in quite a bit of trouble. Busy micro in his ACU while problems at his base should be solved. That was a big power loss. More restores from Skiff. Well, an assault through the middle from Svetovoi. Here comes the Restorer once again. Getting hit by Swift Winds and a lot of Tech 1 anti-air. Yeah, this is a nice piece of anti-air here from Svetovoi. So Restorer is once again wasted. Skiff 123 kills, retreats back to base. So all kinds of problems. And this is Svetovoi under 3 shields. Nearly impossible to kill here with the air. Another Restorer out for Skiff. You can imagine if Skiff saved all of his Restores, he would have like 4 or 5 now. He'd be able to dominate any kind of land battle. And you don't really want to send it into so much anti-air. It's a good unit with bad pilots. It's kind of tragic. Here comes an assault through the bottom from Svetovoi. Skiff goes on another assault, 127. Kills Tech to air, Swift Winds from Svetovoi. Well, this is a big force on the bottom from Svetovoi. Obsidians, no shields, still sitting next to fake. Tech 1 point defenses did very well for Skiff early on. See, it looks like numbers in terms of Obsidians. And an assault through the top, through the middle from Skiff. Skiff is actually going to face a very big force here. Minute 34, 129 kills. He's got to overcharge a couple of these Obsidians to want to get close to him. And here the artillery is just killing the units that aren't moving, which is really not a good thing. Skiff 134 kills, having some success, and here comes the Restore. This is what the Restore should have been doing. Can really turn any of these battles very quickly. And some Arty here from Svetovoi taking out point defenses. But Swift Winds, and looks like air now belongs to Svetovoi. I think both players kind of getting tired here. We see less micro from Skiff. Svetovoi with a very big force, looking at the ACU, looking directly at the heart of Skiff's base, the Tech 2 and Tech 3 factories. And the south continues to the bottom, but well defended by Skiff. See so much Aeon artillery. Any stationary units get killed very quickly. Looks like a counterattack on the bottom from Skiff. This is where a Harvey would be very nice. Mercies from Svetovoi now. This is where Skiff should really be careful with his ACU. Obsidian's getting another victory for Skiff. Skiff really fighting on the front lines here against the Tech 1 force. Mercy's already looking at him. Love to see Tech 3 air now from Skiff. He really needs to use it to clear the air to do some scouting. Because if he doesn't see those Mercies, they're going to be a big problem for him. See see minute 37, the reclamation numbers 30,000 for Skiff. Svetovoi 43,000, actually surpassing Skiff here. Map control at this point, dead even. Here comes an assault from Svetovoi on both sides. Obsidian Force in a bit of trouble once again. Skiff with Obsidians covering his ACU. Here come the Swift ones. Going to get into an air fight. Skiff 158 kills. And it appears that Skiff does have air control. Mercies are coming in. And that's really inexcusable from Skiff. He had plenty of units to kill off the Mercies, to do some scouting, but he just let Svetovoi fly in right next to his anti-air. And then the game really stolen there from Svetovoi at the end. It was still a dead even game. But 38-minute Crag Dunes. Hopefully people enjoy it.